Jake grew up in a small town in Colorado, surrounded by mountains that seemed to touch the sky. On the outside, he looked strong. Friendly smile, good job, people liked him. But inside, he was fighting a quiet battle. He wanted more from life. To start his own business, to speak on stages, to travel. But every time he thought about taking that step, fear stopped him cold. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if I lose everything? So instead of trying, he stayed in his comfort zone, scrolling through social media, watching others live the life he dreamed of. One night, sitting alone on his porch, Jake realized something had to change. He couldn't live like this anymore. He remembered hearing about an old retired Navy veteran named Mr. Lawson who lived up near the Rockies. People said he was wise and helped others find courage. So, Jake packed a small backpack, got in his truck, and drove deep into the mountains, searching for answers. After a long hike, Jake found a little wooden cabin surrounded by pine trees. Outside, sitting on a rocking chair, was Mr. Lawson, a calm old man with weathered hands and eyes that looked like they'd seen a lifetime of storms. Jake walked up nervously. "Sir, I've come a long way to ask you something. Fear runs my life. It keeps me small. How do I defeat it?" The old man smiled, motioned for him to sit, and said softly, "Son, you don't defeat fear by running from it. You defeat it by walking straight through it. But to understand that, you'll have to experience it." Mr. Lawson led Jake to an old wooden bridge that stretched over a deep canyon. The wind howled, the boards creaked, and far below, a river raged. "Cross it," said Mr. Lawson. Jake's heart pounded. "Are you serious? What if it breaks? What if I fall?" "That's fear talking," the old man said calmly. "Fear tells stories. Most of them aren't true. One step at a time." Jake took a deep breath and stepped forward. The wood groaned under his boots, his legs shaking. Step by step, he moved forward, and something changed. His fear didn't disappear, but it got quieter. When he reached the other side, he turned around. The bridge hadn't been as dangerous as his mind had made it. Mr. Lawson nodded. "Remember this. Fear is loud before you act, silent once you do. Most of the danger lives in your imagination, not reality." Back at the cabin, Mr. Lawson placed a small wooden box on the table. Something inside it moved. "Reach in," he said. Jake froze. "What's in it? Find out." Every part of Jake wanted to run. His mind screamed, "It's a snake. It's something deadly." But he remembered the bridge. He took a slow breath and reached in. He felt something soft and alive. His heart nearly stopped. Then he pulled it out and laughed. It was a tiny, harmless rabbit. Mr. Lawson smiled. "That's what fear does. It punishes you twice, once in your mind and once if danger is real. Most times, the danger never comes. You suffer." Jake began to understand. That night they walked deeper into the woods. The air was cold, the moon high. Suddenly, from the shadows came a low growl. Two glowing eyes stared at them, a wolf. Jake's instinct screamed, "Run!" But Mr. Lawson stood still. "Running only makes it chase you," he said quietly. "Stand your ground." Jake's whole body trembled. His legs wanted to give out. But he remembered the bridge. He remembered the box. He took one shaky step forward. The wolf snarled, then turned and disappeared into the trees. Jake stood there, shaking but alive, and stronger than ever. Mr. Lawson put a hand on his shoulder. "Now you've learned the truth. Fear isn't a wall, it's a teacher. It shows you exactly where your courage is hiding. You don't erase fear. You walk with it until it loses its power." When dawn came, Jake looked out at the mountains glowing in golden light. For the first time, he didn't feel small. He still had fears, but they no longer ruled him. He realized courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in spite of fear. As he drove back home, he knew his life would never be the same. He'd start that business, he'd speak his truth, he'd live boldly even when afraid. Because now he understood, fear is not the end, it's the beginning of your growth. Every time you face it, you step closer to who you're meant to be. My friend, maybe your wolf isn't in the forest. Maybe it's the job you're scared to leave, the dream you keep putting off, the conversation you're afraid to have. Whatever it is, that fear you feel is the signal that courage is calling. Don't run from it. Walk through it. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. If this message spoke to you, if it reminded you of the strength that's already inside you, then share it with someone who needs it today. And remember, one story, one decision, one moment of courage can change your life forever. Like this video if it gave you strength. Via, drop a comment about the fear you're ready to face. Gia, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And don't forget to subscribe to Rise and Thrive Motivation, because sometimes one story is all it takes to rewrite your life.